Morning and welcome again to another Making Mondays Matter. I trust that we're ready for yet another weekend. Or last week we achieved those things that we were hoping to achieve. This morning I want to look at the subject of aim. What is your aim? What is the things that you are focused on? And I use the word aim as opposed to goal or purpose because those words are heavily overused today, and I'm afraid that they're starting to lose their impact. And as I was discussing with a few others over the weekend, it's important to know what our aim is, because anyone who has taken part in any sport that involves hitting the target knows that it's important that your aim is correct. And I want to apply that to our situation in our lives this morning, whether it is that is personal or business. We need to determine what it is that we are trying to achieve. What are we aiming at? If it's in the realm of, say, money, for example, what is that aim? Am I aiming to make $1 million? Okay, and what's the steps then that you're taking as you aim at this $1 million? You need to get it in sight. You need to know where it is, what the target is. I've played around with archery for a while, and one of the things that you need to know is to where your target is. I mean, what are you shooting at? And then you need to adjust your sights so that your arrow, as it takes flight, can hit the target when it gets there. Because many times there are things that we have to navigate if we are going to hit our target. It's not just about wishing and hoping. Taking aim is intent. So what are your intentions? What are you aiming at this week? What are you aiming at for the remainder of the year? What is your focus on? And then what are you doing to ensure that you hit this target? As I said just now, I'm not talking about what you're wishing for. I'm not talking about what you're hoping for. But I'm talking about where is your energy right now? What are you focused on? When you look at the different targets, different, lack of a better word at this point in time, goals, what are the steps that you are prepared to take? What are the steps involved? Not just the ones that you're prepared to take, but what are the steps involved? You see, I mentioned just now, you may have a target of $1 million, but $1 million is made up of $1 million or $100,000 lots. Understand where I'm going? You can break it down. So how are you going to get that first dollar? How are you going to get to that first $10,000? How are you going to get to that first $100,000? Because goals are normally incremental. And when you take aim at your goals, you need to know what steps you need to have in place, what resources you need to have access to as you take aim at that target. And I may ask, what is your target for this week? Today is Monday. What are you hoping to hit by Friday at 5 p.m.? When we break it down like this, then you can start to understand that your taking aim is not some nebulous wish out there. It is an intent. It is a focus. So whether you are at school, whether you are looking at something personal like health and wellness, whether it's business, take aim. Understand what it is that you are hoping to achieve, and then put all the things in place that will help you to achieve that goal. Hit that target. Take aim. Get that target in the crosshairs. Line it up. Pull that drawstring back and release that arrow. And it is only then that you can hit the target. So this is David again for another Making Mondays Matter of Living Successfully Inc. And I encourage you, go out, take aim, be intentional about hitting those targets, and I'll see you again next Monday.